Do you have to, like, climb up this thing?
Yeah, you have to.
You want a mic?
Sure, yeah. It should be up.
I'm waiting for it. Oh, yeah, there it goes. All right, I'll do a test real quick. Just leave you unmuted. I'm waiting for it. Oh, yeah, there it goes. Okay, I'm good. I can hear myself.
You're going to control the mute?
No, I'll control the mute. That's fine. And then that way, that'll just keep.
So up or down is off and on.
Off is up. So you want it down and move on. So you want it down. Up. Thank you, sir. Excuse me. All right, we are live at Big Bear. New view, new rink. We got the boys playing Carolina Premier today. Premier's had a pretty good run. Beat a couple of teams, at least one. Rampage is gonna give them all that they got. Boys are banging boards, ready to go. Brad is up on the platform. I'm hiding in the stands as we're underway. Huddy Lay's line is out there with Bastien and Hostler. We got Briggsy and Sherm back on tee. All right, I'm going to move to another area so I can get a better view. Boys battling behind Carolina's net. Bastien has possession of it in the corner, but Carolina comes in and steals it. They're going to come through trying to find their streaker and does. Cooper Briggs going to step in and steal the puck. Back behind, below the goal line, he's going to chip it up and goes all the way down. Refs are reaching for the whistle, and that's going to be icing. So we're playing the CCM Denver tournament, as everybody knows. For those who don't, just letting you guys know. And so all these national teams come in and play all four teams in Colorado. These premiers, though, they lost a couple, but couldn't beat one of them. Puck circling around behind the net, bouncing around. We got the Rockstar line out there on D, Cristiano and Nikki. I'm in a really bad position. So catcher's going to come off. Grayson Stacy's going to come on. Fast change on the offense there. Boys fumble it around. Uh-oh, going to give an opportunity to Carolina coming in. CP tries to slide it through the middle. Nobody's there. Cristiano's got it. He's going to try to find Bogey, who has to hold up. Cristiano follows up. He slides it forward for Vassie off the bench, just out of his reach, and that's going to be an ice. All right, M&M now back on tee. They're gonna soldier up in front of the goalie for the evening, Logan Minsick, number 41. We got Vassie, we got Lewis, and we got Stacy out there. Shot from the high point, saved by Logan. Markey grabs it, chips it up the boards, tries to get it out. Lewis is gonna push and use some authority as Rampage regroups, swings it around the other end, tries to find a streaking forward, and does. Here goes Grayson Stacy, loses it on his blades. Premier's going to regroup, try to come through center lane. Jacob coming off the bench, forces him wide. Jacob now forcing and fighting again. Catcher also comes out, cleans up, takes it. He's coming on the low side hallway. Pass goes across, finds nobody but a Rampage player, regroups. Tries to chip it back behind. Boys still have it now. This time below the goal line, tries to slide it in front. Nobody quite there. We're going to come back. Pasta hops off. He's going to double clutch. Gets around one kid. Tries to backhand through the center. And that's an offsides. Lucky break there by the boys in blue. But we'll take those all day long. Carolina is a tough team. Beating one Colorado team already this weekend. Catcher Conrad is going to step in. Jacob to his right. Pasta to his left. Sherman, Briggsy back on defense. Nice stick check by Pasta and Jake. Jake just eats one. Looking at the rainbow shot. He pops up. He starts skating towards the bench. Puck comes out. Dottie now there. That's Dottie hops off a little. Bastine. Bastine hops off just a little bit early. Refs are going to call 6-man. I think Jake's going to go and sit for that penalty. What are we doing? Okay, 6-man, though. Too many men on the ice. We're going to regroup now. Rampage on their first penalty kill of the evening. Huddy Lay steps in with Jake. Shot from the point. Hits players in front. Carolina regroups. They go low to high. Shot from the blue. Doesn't get through. Cooper Briggs there with the steal. Tries to find a forward. Tries to sneak it around a player. Gets there first. Nice contestation from Carolina there to bounce it around. Sherm hops off, and we got Nicky now out there covering on defense. Let's see. Coop gets held up a bit, but he's able to fight off the player and get it up out into neutral zone. As Carolina regroups, they're coming into the zone. Tries to slip it around our Rampage players, but contested shot goes up into the net for a field goal opportunity. We're going to finish our change here. We got Hugo Nichols and Cristiano Hinojosa out there right now. And we got catcher Conrad, Isaac Bogenreef on defense. Refs are going to call this icing. Doesn't touch anybody. Goes all the way down. So 38 seconds left in the CPH power play. Boys are in a tough spot, but they have a full 3 periods to pull this one out. Catcher Conrad steps in, wins the draw, gets it over to Nicky, who slides it over to Christie. Christie from behind his own net slides it up the boards to Isaac, who furthers along, tries to find catcher. Puck intercepted. Second effort, bouncing around in the high side board. Slips all the way down. Carolina's forced to retreat. They slide it through the inside hallway, but it goes nowhere. Nichols is back, grabs it. Ref calls high stick. Nichols is going to step, try to make something out of nothing. He's got some space and some moves. Shifty. Nichols, nice pass over to Bogey. Shot. Saved by the goalie. Bogey, though, he's going to cycle up north, drops it off for Cristiano, who's going to step. Cristiano, though, now has it. Slides it back up to the covering D, but just outside of his reach. Slides all the way down into the corner in front of me. Nichols, though, has it. Slides it over to Cristiano. Cristiano's going to step. Floater dumps it in deep cross ice. Ref says no ice as boys go for a change. 5-on-5 hockey now resumes as Carolina has an opportunity to come in 2-on-1. Gets tied up, shot from the point, rebound in front. Logan's there again. 2 to 3 saves there for Logan Minsick as the puck now is loose behind the net. Puck bouncing around on the high side, boys. Now we're going to call a penalty. Player lying on the floor. Ref still raising his hands like he's answering a question in school. We got Vassy, little Vassy going into the box. Probably for charging, cross-checking, boarding. Ref's talking through, just making sure it's the right one. We're going to say, roughing. Vassy, minute 30 for roughing. We got Grayson Stacy out there now with Brody Lewis and the M&M line back on defense. Ref's talking it over with the off-ice official, making sure they're recording it correctly. 9:47 remaining in the first period. Score is 0-0. Double goose eggs out there. Ref blows the whistle, and here we go. Face-off kind of lodged in the middle. Waiting for a home. Carolina does regroup. They go to their high side D, slides it down to their forwards, cross ice to their other D, just off of his stick. He's going to take a step, heads up, shot from the point. Hits a body in front. Markey's there, though. He's going to chip it around the boards, tries to get it out, but Lewis, second level effort, does. Carolina regroups center ice. They're going to come through and just shoot it right on Logan. Easy save as Markey tries to chip it off the boards. Oh, bad pass, finds Mendelson. Mendelson's going to step. He's got space. Chopping through the center. Oh, gets his pocket picked. Here comes Carolina coming through, but we're going to tip it into the center ice. Out and in, so we're going to have offsides. We're going to redo this face-off. Rampage on the penalty kill with 49 seconds remaining. 9:04 in the first. Carolina regains possession. Shot. Easy save for Logan. We got Briggsy out there with Sherm, who's going to cover. He's going to take the high side forward, far side forward. Conrad in there with Dottie. Carolina regains the face-off, but loses it at the blue line. Forced to go all the way back. Dottie in pursuit with the F1. Nice physicality by him. Turns the puck over to Rampage as we dump it deep. Carolina is forced to go around the goal. Oh, it's almost another turnover opportunity for the boys. But Carolina comes in, tries to get around Sherman Dottie, but now they have to contest against Briggsy. They're still trying to scrap to get it, but ultimately, at the end of the day, Catcher now has possession. He's got Cooper with him, who's going to hold up. Catcher's going to shoot up and over. Goes in the high side corner. Cooper Briggs, though, has stepped. We're now at 5-on-5 hockey. We got Huddy Lay now out off the bench, coming through. Huddy's going to back check, grab the puck, slide it up over to Cooper. Through the center ice, Cooper Briggs has it, dangles one kid, goes into the left side boards now, or the low side boards. Tries to center. Huddy opportunity in front. Big save by the Carolina goalie. 7:49. Goalie bails out his team as Huddy finds a loose puck in front and makes his way for the shot. Big save. Same line out there, except for Rockstar D-line. Cristiano and Nicky's out there right now. Cristiano keeps it in a second time as well as Carolina tries to slip it by them for a third try and does. Nicky steps in support. He's going to create the turnover. He's got space. He's stepping into the offensive territory. Shot! Shot, and it's in! Hugo Nichols steps up from the blue, creates space for himself, and gets Rampage on the board 1-0. Carolina Premier finds themselves down. 7:28 remaining in the first. Huddy Lay now out there with Haas and Bastine. Puck chips up the board. Jake with a nice steal. He's going to try to move it around. Puck goes behind the net as Carolina swings it to their high side forward. Tries to find a streaker, but Huddy is going to step and steal it. He's going to take a couple of hits, but Rampage maintains possession. Boys go for a defensive change. Haas gets it to Mendelson. Mendelson's going to step himself now. Shades of Hugo tries to make some moves through the center. Boys regain possession. Here comes Catcher coming in. He's going to hold off, take it into the corner. They go low to high. Mendelson keeps it in, gets it over to Markey. Markey on his backhand. He's going to step, going through center lane. Puck goes in front. Shot just goes wide. I think there was a shot there. I'm hoping there was a shot there. Carolina, though, trying to sidestep our defender, but nice back check. Everything is earned, nothing given. Lots of hard back checks from our forwards. Bogenreef there in the mix. Forces a quick shot. Logan with an easy glove save. New face-off, though, to his high side. We got Conrad in, Bogey and Dottie as his wingmates. And we got the M&M line on D. Carolina wins the draw. They slam it all the way around. Dottie checks his six. He's got space. He's going to chip trying to find Bogey just outside of his reach. Carolina recycles in the neutral zone, tries to get it in. Markey's going to hold that kid off. Loose puck found by Mendelson. He's going to slide around the boards for Dottie in the corner. Dottie's going to hold up, dodges two hits, going to give one himself. Puck still bouncing around. Markey there comes, and Dottie goes and, man, just posters his buddy, pins him against the wall. Markey's digging for gold. He finds it. Loose puck then gets over to Mendy. Mendy's going to get it up over to Catcher. Catcher now comes in. He's got Bogey behind him. Catcher takes center ice. Dottie's to his left. Gets peppered. Oh, difficult. All right, who do we got? We got Lewis coming out with Pasta and Stacy. We got Briggsy and Sherman on the blue. Nice win by Stacy, but Carolina maintains possession. They try to slide it through the middle, but Sherm's there. Sherm's going to step again behind the goal line, tries to sling it around. Carolina still has it. Stacy's going to lean in with his shoulder. Cooper Briggs has it, though. He's going to try to find Lewis. It does. Lewis shifting and shaping through the neutral zone, comes in onside. He's going to dump it deep for Pasta. Pasta has it in the corner, tries to slide it in front for Grayson. His momentum takes him into the corner, gets it over to Briggsy. Briggsy slides it back over to Grayson in the low side boards. Play resumes as Carolina finds the loose puck. They're going to go through. They're going to go through the inside zone. Sherm and Briggsy are back. Pass across. Shot goes wide. Puck swings all the way around. Sherm's going to go in there into the corner, meets a friend. Briggsy touches the puck, and Sherm's going to get called. Maybe for interference? What's the call here, ref? Regardless, boys are down now on a PK. We're going to have the Rockstar line with Lay and Bastine. Shot off the draw. Big save by Logan. Blocker into the corner. Bastine's going to bump. Puck comes all the way back into Rampage territory. Nichols there with a nice aggressive poke. Boys still maintain dangerous puck in front, but Christie's there trying to backhand it out. Regains shot, gets tipped a couple of times. Carolina regroups. They have it, tries to sneak it through. You got Nicky who's going to step on his backhand, tries to chip it up the boards over to Bastine. Bastine's going to give it over to Lay. Lay has some space, one-on-one. Lay coming in. Nice defensive back check by Carolina as Lay's shot goes wide. Boys have it, though. Try to do a cross-ice pass. Nice tip by Bastine, who's covering on D. Loose puck finds itself to Huddy Lay. Gets it over to Nicky. Boys trying to find it behind Logan now. Huddy's going to try to get his own pass. Nichols also now in pursuit as Carolina takes it into the honey hole. Shoots it right over Logan. I don't think Logan was able to see that. as the Premier ties it 1-1. All right. Well, that should end the power play as Dottie rushes out there with a fast draw by the referees. M&M line back on defense. I see Bogey and Dottie, and should be Grayson. Oh, no, it's catcher Conrad at center. Carolina comes in on their backhand. Puck bounces around. Shot goes wide. Bogey, though, regroups. He is sandwiched but stands his ground. Dottie finds the loose puck coming in, and he's going to chip it deep. Puck battled in the high side corner now as Rampage is trying to find the advantage on the scoreboard. Mendelson steps, gets it down to forward, who tries to slip it out front. Puck still now maintained by Premier as they're now trying to slide it through, but nice back check by Isaac Bogenreef. It's going to give it to Mendelson, who had stepped from his defensive position. Premier, though, they regroup. They're coming through, tries to get around Markey, but can't. Boys regain possession of the puck, though. We trip it into center ice, and the other team's forced to recover. Boys sliding it through. Mendelson slips it into open space. Give ourselves a chance on this change. Stacy, though, comes off. He's going to chip it in open ice. It's a foot race. We got Pasta getting there first. Drops it over to Stacy. Stacy dangles on his backhand, gets bumped. Stacy's going to go into the corner. Hits a big hit, knocks him over as the boys continue to battle. With 1:51 remaining in the period. Draw maintained by Rampage. They go cross ice down low to Lewis. Lewis in pursuit behind the net with Grayson Stacy. Puck tries to cycle back up. Stacy continues to follow it all the way around. Premier is forced to go the other way behind their own net, tries to chip it up the boards and out, but not quite just yet. Boys keep it in as Cooper Briggs is there. Gets it over to Lewis. Shot. Goalie blocker save. Loose rebound in front. Lewis is going to try to pepper and forecheck. Puck comes all the way around to Sherm at the high point. Sherm's going to take a shot from his knees. Oh, hits a Rampage kid in the head. I think that's Dottie. Lewis. Excuse me. That's Lewis, bro. Oh, I think you're back up. You're back up. You're good. You're good. Sorry about that, folks. Some technical difficulties on the power play. 27 seconds remaining. Haas has it. He's going to find Christie, who steps as a forward, who's going to dump it deep. So Christie's on his backhand, tries to chip it up the boards. Met with two Premier kids. Puck still bouncing around behind their own net now. As it cycles. Boy, Bastine's back there battling, takes out a kid. You got Hostler now. He's going to try to get it over. Slide shot just goes wide. Puck bounces in front. Opportunity for Hostler. 5-on-5 hockey now. Premier tries to find the streaking forward. Just goes wide. Ref's going to say icing, and we're going to have a face-off in offensive territory. Rampage changes all five as catcher Conrad comes out there now with Dottie and Isaac Bogenreef. Bogey is going to be his right winger. M&M line back on D. Loose puck in the low corner as Premier has to double back, goes behind their own net. Tries to go through center ice. That's going to be the end of the first. Rampage and the Carolina Premier tied 1-1. Tied 1-1 after one. Logan's making some big saves. Boys moving the puck in the offensive zone. Looking at the stats, CCM Denver doesn't really keep individual stats per se, but statistically, this Carolina team, they have played a couple of kids so far. Let's take a look. So they did lose to Okanagan 6-0, but that's a tough Okanagan group. Their I think they played. Oh, this morning they lost to Thunderbirds, also 6-0, which is a tough team as well. But September 9th, they played Rocky Mountain. Probably a tough game for Rocky Mountain. And now tonight, we got Rampage versus these Carolina teams in good old icy Big Bear. So we'll take a quick second break as the boys finish talking up, and we will be back for the start of the play resumes in the second as Huddy lays out there with Hostler and Jake Bastine. Puck gets tipped. It's tipped and maybe touched along the boards. Same group is out there. Goalies switch. Switch it to the second period. 14:44 remaining in the second. Boys maintain possession. Cooper Briggs is going to chip it all the way around the boards. Sherm is back there. He's going to bump his kid, who slings it all the way back around as well. Boys meet in the corner. Oh, big hit. I think that's Jake over there. Level setting a kid. Boys try to slip it through center ice. Gets turned over. Huddy with the second level interception. He does still have it. Keeps it in. He's going to kick it to himself. He's held up as he's battling a kid. Maintains possession. He goes low to high. Up to the point. Sherm goes over to Cooper. Shot on the ice. Finds Jake, almost tipped just wide. Jake and they're battling now with Huddy. As they boys again go low to high. Couldn't quite dangle along the blue as Cooper Briggs is forced to back out into center ice. Loose puck though. Sherm's going to chip it up front. Oh, Grayson's going to take down a body, but the kid from the ground is able to get the puck up and out. And ref's going to call a hand pass. Boys changing full five here with the Rockstar line back on D. Dottie and Isaac on as forwards. Catcher Conrad manning the center point. Carolina maintains possession. Oh, no, just kidding. Rampage ends up stealing it, though, as Catcher tries to find some open space. Bogey's in there battling now in open ice, and we're going to get a whistle. Carolina Premier clapping their sticks, cheering about something as Cristiano's going to the bench. So Rampage finds themselves down 5-4 on the penalty kill. Personnel, not score, excuse me. As Cristiano is going to go to the bench, the coaches get an explanation. We're going to have a face-off to Logan's left. Premier wins the draw. They cycle it back down behind around the net. They go low to high, but hits a body. Rampage continues to battle. Here's a steal, trying to come through the neutral zone. Nice job by Premier to get back, but they turn it over. Opportunity. But Jake is just offsides. Same group out there, though. Center is Catcher Conrad. You got Dobson. You got Bogey. Catcher's playing defense in this case now with Nicky, and Bogey's at center. Nice win by Bogenreef. He's got it. He's going to try to chip it. Oh, excuse me. Catcher tries to chip it up. He squares off a kid that goes wide. Shot contested up and over into the net. We're going to redo this. Catcher tries to chip it up. We're going to change our four, actually. Stacy comes in with Pasta, and we have Eminem back on the goal line. Premier maintains possession. Shot from high, hits a bunch of bodies in front. Boys chip it into open space. Here's a foot race now as Pasta's going to create some F1 pressure. Carolina goes behind their own net. Pasta finishes that kid. Premier tries to slip it through. Here's an interception by Stacy. He gets his pocket picked as well as Premier slides it through the neutral zone to RD. Loose puck, though, finds Premier as they enter into Rampage territory. Boys finish a check there as it goes behind the net. Logan tries to make sure who's come through. Markey comes through. Cleans up house. Puck finds Pasta in the corner. He slips it through center ice. Boys have it. Grayson's going to try to kill 20 more seconds as he's going to flip it into the corner and get off. We're going to go for a full 4 change as Carolina keeps their 5 out there. We got Huddy Lay at center, Bastine as his wing, and we got Coop and Sherm back on defense. Coop tries to find Huddy off of his stick. Oh, nice turnover. Here comes Hudson Lay. Toe drags, gives it over to Bastine. Shot saved. Goalie on the shoulder. Haas is now out. 5-on-5 hockey. Haas battling with Bastine, who has a kid rolling, literally rolling on his stick. Refs are going to let that go as puck comes into the high side boards. Huddy tries to get to it, but Premier does get it out. Premier turns it right back over to him, though. Here comes Hudson Lay, fights off a kid on his backhand, still has it, tries to slip it to the front, but a player on his back. Premier's second person comes through. They're just going to sling it in. A straight shot right on Hostler. No icing as he guides it into the corner. Cooper Briggs, though, is going to get it up over to our high side boards. Boys try to find a slashing forward. Second level effort. It's going to still continue with Bastine. Bastine tries to slide it over to Huddy. Premier takes over, though, as Huddy switches off. And here comes Catcher Conrad coming on. Catcher's going to finish the body as Hostler's going to get called for boarding. Gotta avoid the numbers in those situations. This is with 10:56 left in the second. Rampage on another penalty kill. See, Dottie comes in, though, with Conrad at center with the Rockstar line. Nikki and Christy back on D. Face off to Logan's left, high side corner. Premier regains possession. They're going to step, high side circle shot, block, bodies in front. Here goes Dottie in a foot race. He's going to chip it deep and force Premier to regroup. Dottie comes in and hits the kid instead. Catcher, though, tries to finish up. Premier cycles it around high side now as they exit their zone. Into neutral zone, one kid blows a tire as they come into Rampage territory. Sneaks it all in front. Shot, save, goes wide. Puck chipped off the board by Rampage. Finds open space. Dottie, instead he's going to go and do the... all right, never mind. Too far. That's going to be icing. 56 seconds remaining in the power play for Premier. 10:02. After 56, Haas comes out, and it'll be a 5-on-5 game. We got the M&M line back on D. I think we have Lewis out there and Bastine at center. Shot in front, dangerous. Loose puck shot wide by Premier. They go low to high. Player can't hold on to it. He's going to double clutch. Shoot again, hits bodies in front. Rampage maintains possession. Here comes Lewis. He's got speed. He's low. He's going to dangle, stop, pull back. He's going to hold. On his backhand, gets it down to Bogenreef now. Bogenreef tries to come in, slides it across over to Mendelson. Mendelson shoots from the point. Player almost tips it to himself. Rebound goes in front. Loose puck bounces into the low side corner. 20 seconds now remaining on the penalty kill as Premier tries to find a streaking forward. They go left, they go right, but puck goes into the corner. Dottie back there bumping and hitting. Or is it Lewis back there bumping and hitting? Puck goes into the corner. No, now it's Lewis. He's back there now grabbing at it. And we're going to have a hurt player who's in the corner of Carolina. High side. Didn't see what had happened. He looked like he's grabbing at his knee, though. We have a coach coming out. 4 seconds remaining. We're going to take a quick break. Make sure this player is okay. Player looks okay. He's on his own. He's up on his own skates now. So play resumes. It should be a neutral zone face-off. As Hudson steps in. Jake's going to come in and steal it. He's going to chip it up the boards. Goalie raises his hand, but that's not an icing situation. As Haas now grabs it, tries to slip it in front, gets intercepted. Here comes Premier. They're coming through the neutral zone, sliding save by Sherman. Oh, he gets tripped up. Premier comes into Rampage territory as boys try to go after the puck. Nice job by Huddy, tries to sling it around, but Premier kicks it across the ice. Bastien's going to use his backhand to get up towards the blue. That stays in. Puck still bouncing around. Boys are able to chip it out, finds open space, but Premier chips it away from Huddy. Oh, and again, boys find the loose puck, tries to find Huddy, but Premier gets it, chips it up the boards into neutral territory. Bastien's going to say hi to a kid, forces a turnover. Boys Coop steps, rainbows it, forces Carolina to sling it all the way around the boards. Logan Reef there is going to meet a kid. Loose puck finds Carolina as they come into Rampage zone. Shot blocked in front again. They get the rebound. Backhand shot goes wide. Carolina is forced to step as they go around behind Logan. They go low to high, bouncing puck off the boards. Oh, almost an opportunity for Rampage in those situations. Premier does keep it in. Shot awkward. Kid loses his edge as puck comes back into neutral zone. Premier's forced to regroup. They're going to double back on the high boards, and they do get it out, but right to Boy in Blue. Boys chip it up to Bogey, coming back from being on the other side. He's going to cycle in the neutral zone, give it to our D. Cristiano's going to step and try to chip it in. Saves it at the blue. Couldn't quite get there. We have Dottie out there now. Oh, no, we're going to switch up some forwards, actually. We have Lewis out there with Stacy and Vassallo. The old man line, and we have Rockstars back on D. Boys maintain possession after the drop. Stacy's going to do a nice move to come in. He's tied up. Oh, shot by Lewis. Stacy holds up the player. They kind of go dancing in a corner. Puck gets ignored, and Lewis says, I'll add you to my card. And Lewis takes the tango and tickles the twine behind the Carolina's premier goalie. With 7:17 remaining in the second, Rampage takes a 2-1 lead. Lewis is out there with Stacy and Vassallo still. Well, on defense, we have... I can't see. Loose puck, though, behind the net. Boys try to further it along the boards. Carolina steps. A couple of edges being lost, but we do regroup behind our own net. Tries to do a cross-ice pass just outside of Rampage reach. That should not be ice. Nope. Oh, Bassey gets to it. Thought it went through a player's space, but ref says no. We're going to get some new players out there now. Pasta's out there with Jacob and catcher Conrad in a defensive position now. We got Mendelson, so Markey's also probably out there as well on the M&M line. 6:43 remaining in a defensive spot. Catcher steps in, wins the draw, gets it over to Markey, who's going to sling it all the way around the boards. Over to Jacob, battling in the corner now. Catcher joins him. Puck goes low. Markey's back there. He's going to chip it up the boards. Jacob furthers it along. Carolina, I think, has... Oh, no, battle still ensues in the corner. Ref's kind of in my way. Puck goes low to high and just chips into neutral zone. Loose puck, though, grabbed by Premier. They try to do a cross-ice pass. Jacob comes through and kills a kid. Oh, he's going to get called. For what? Puck just around the corner. Jacob gets a head tap. There's a proud dad over here. Oh, wait, no. Was that Jacob? No, that's Pasta. Is that Pasta? Wait, who? What's going on here? No penalty. Ah, nice job, Jakey boy. No penalty. Clean hit. Maybe it was just an offside situation. Cooper, Briggs, and Sherm back on D. Coop has possession. He's got space, though. He's trying to find a slashing Hostler. Hostler with one hand regroups, shoots, safe, rebound, score! Jake Bastine with the score. Rampage takes a 3-1 lead. High fives along the board. Looks like the same group is going to stay out there. 6:04 remaining in the second. Carolina tries to get into Rampage territory to get stood up at the blue. They're going to chip it deep. No icing as Bastine kind of eyeballs a kid. Nobody plays the puck as bodies start to fall. Carolina, though, regroups. Tries to get it around Huddy, the high side, they do. Tries to make cross-ice pass, finds Hostler instead, who himself passes into open space. Bastine's going to step, lowers his shoulder into a kid. He's going to pass it into open ice himself. Premier's there first, though, as they step into Rampage territory. High side circle drops to the defender. Shot from high point. Bodies in front, deflection. Logan had to adjust mid-shot. Boys regroup, though. I think Huddy Lay tries to find it. Oh, makes a dangerous pass through the middle. Rare error by Hudson Lay. But boys, though, regroup. Here comes Cooper Briggs. He's going to hold up. Tries to find the cross-ice pass. Just missed Dottie. Premier, though, regroups. Come through center ice. Tries to get around Sherm, but can't. Nice job for the defense as we regroup. Boys make a cross-ice pass over to Dottie. Chip off the board. Still good. Oh, hits a glove. With 4:49 remaining in the second, Rampage is going to switch out their 4. We got Grayson, Basalo, and Lewis. And you got the Rockstar line. Nichols got 1. He wants 2. Glove saved by Premier. He covers up for a fast whistle. Ref says hack attack. Premier goes on the penalty kill for slashing. Power play for Rampage. 4:42 in the second. Same offensive line in there. The old man line out there with the Rockstar D. Reminds us of the good old days for us old folks. Bassey tries to do a cross-ice pass. Gets intercepted. Premier's just going to chip it off the boards. Potential icing as puck dies before reaching the goal line. Cristiano's back there now. He's going to go behind Logan. He's going to hold up, surveys the field, re-slings it back around to his D partner, gets it up to Lewis. Nice move by Lewis, getting it over to Grayson Stacy. Grayson comes in, shot just wide. Vasalo's going to step, slides it in front. Nice quick move by Kellen Vasalo of trying to find Grayson Stacy in front. Great opportunity as Premier eventually gets the puck, gets it out. Boys regroup at center ice. Cristiano, though, he's going to hold up. He's got space. He's going to come in. Cristiano takes the center stage, tries to backhand it. It's tipped around. Loose puck still around. Shot. Cristiano. Hinojosa, number 4, with the goal. Rampage takes a 4-1 lead on the power play. Hano the Chicano, as called by his parents, puts the Rampage up by a hat trick with 3:49 in the second. Plenty of hockey. Boys, new line out there now, though, as Jacob comes in with Pasta and I think catcher Conrad. Pasta's going to make his presence being felt as the puck gets dumped deep. M&M line back on the D. Mendelson chips it up to Conrad. Conrad has the high side boards. Has to hold up a little bit to regroup. Chipped it up the boards. Premier regroups and tries to chip it through the center. Finds catcher Conrad instead. Here comes catcher. Dangles 1. Toe drags. Dangles 2. Shot. Save goalie. Oh, Jacob shot just wide. He gets checked from behind. Premier's going to go on another penalty kill. Another power play for Rampage as Jacob gets taken out from behind. Opportunity in front. With 3:19 remaining, new players come out. I am so confused. No penalty. Just kidding. Totally nepotism there, folks. My apologies. Play resumes as Pasta gets it off the face-off. Tries to toe drag. Loose puck still around. Boys step, and Premier takes it into... Oh, Premier in and out. They're offsides. So we're going to redo this again. New line coming out now for the forwards. Got Huddy Lay with Hostler and Bastine. We got Markey going off quickly. So it doesn't seem like it's an infraction or anything. It seems like he has to go do something, but door is really sticky here. Markey goes off. We got Sherman Coop back on D. Ref drops it. Puck goes into an open spot. Cooper Briggs has it. Cross-ice pass. Going to find Hostler. Hostler. Here comes Grayson. Haas. Oh, loose puck, though. Regained by Premier. They're coming through center ice. Tries to get around Cooper, but can't. Cooper takes it into the corner. Sherman front. Puck slings all the way around. Gives it up to our boys who chip it back into the corner. Oh, Sherman goes in with authority with Huddy Lay. Hudson looks on this is the high side forward. Premier regroups. They swing them to their high side D. They try to go D to D, but Bastine is there, and he finally chips it up. Finds Huddy Lay, though. He's going to come in. Shot tipped. Goes up and over the goalie. Haas is there to regroup. Eats a hit. Tries to give one himself. Premier takes it. Hudson steals him. He's coming through now. Tries to slide it. Tries to slide it over to Haas. Finds Cooper instead. Cooper's going to sidestep. Slips in. Stick handles. Shot. Just wide. Loose puck still around. Quick shot by Bogan. He hits the side of the net. Puck still on the net. Ref says, let's go. Catcher comes in. Gets it over to Haddadi. Gets it over to Bogey. Nice job. Tick play for the boys' attempt. Gets stifled by a strong Premier defense. Puck, though, comes all the way back into Rampage territory. Dangerously in front of Minsick as Logan watches it go through, hit right in front of him. Puck, though, now deep into Premier territory. They try to get it out. It does. Loose puck, though, finds them as they go low to high, and the high side boards crosses the blue and just dumps it in. Goes behind Logan Minsick, though, as the puck still without a home, bouncing around. Boys eat off of it, check it further along. Bogey telegraphs his hit a bit as the Premier kind of sidesteps it, but they do lose the puck. Puck now back behind Logan as Premier tries to use his backhand to chip it around. Everything seems like it's slowed down a bit. Nobody's quite sure where it's at, or everybody's occupying the inside part of the ice. Nope, just kidding, though. As Rampage, catcher Conrad has spaces. He's going to take a shot. Glove save by the Premier goalie with 49 seconds remaining in the second. Rampage is up 4-1. We got Lewis. We got Vassallo. We got Grayson, G-Man, Stacy. Shout out to Grandma over in the UK, across the pond. Late night here in Colorado as Rampage does a strong back check to try to regain the possession. Premier has it, tries to slip it behind the net, though. Boys in blue are first there as we chip it up the boards. Tries to find Stacy, who finds Cooper. Cooper's going to stop, gives it back to Stacy. Just outside of his reach. Stacy goes in with two. Vassy slips it in front, tries to get it to Lewis, anticipating the hit, tries to sidestep. But here comes Premier. They grab the puck, takes inside lane shot. It goes way wide, actually. Briggs has it. He's going to try to turn it real fast. Gives it over to Premier, chips it in. Offsides, but that's the end of the second. Going into the third, Rampage has a 4-1 lead against a strong Carolina Premier team who's played pretty tough this week. They've gone through and lost to the I don't know what the Thunder, or not the Thunder, the Thunderbirds. I think they're purple and black. Hard fought play against the team in red. Playing against the boys in blue right now and had themselves a game against the boys in green. Only one W in there so far. But slow and steady as this weekend has gone. Lots of hockey for us here traveling the state, and hopefully for everybody back home. Thanks for tuning in. We got Brad Marcourt. His son is Austin. Defense number 8. Brad behind the camera. Coaches talking through. And we're going to take a quick break. Let them finish chatting with the boys. Get them going. Get them focused. Sherm is very dialed in. They want the boys playing in a particular manner and particular intensity. Well, we were going to take a break, but I think that's it. I think that's a good talk. Not much that needs to be said. Get the boys going. Everyone's hair's on fire. They want to make a stand. We got Huddy's line out there, though. Bastine and Haas. And it looks like Sherm and Briggsy going to be on D. Minsick in net still. 15 minutes of hockey remaining on a very, very beautiful Saturday evening in Colorado. Freezing cold in Big Bear. Shout out to Marcourt and Mendelson. They're braving the cold. I'll take a picture and leave it in crossbar. All right, start of the third, though. Boys win the draw, but it goes all the way back to Logan. Cooper has to regroup. He goes up the boards. Nice little tip. Tries to leave it for Huddy. He couldn't quite get it out. Breezy's going to take his man out of the picture. Hudson's going to give it over to Bastine. Back to Huddy. Tries to get it up over to Hostler. Premier, though, they're going to come through now. Finds the loose puck. They have to hold up as everybody's offsides. Double clutches. They go to their high side D. Slips it down to forward off of his stick. Finds Cooper Briggs. Cooper Briggs, though, he's going to sidestep one player. Nice move. As he enters into the zone, ref says we're all onside, so let's play. Boys shot. Haas shot just wide. Bastine on the high side forward. Regroups. Tries to find folks in the middle. Intercepted by Carolina. Carolina now takes the inside lane. Tries to get around Sherman. Chips it around him, but just too far. Cooper Briggs, though, is there. He's going to sidestep a hit as he chips it to himself. Up the boards, tries to find Huddy Lay. Finds Bogenreef off the bench. Here comes Isaac. Wait, where's the puck? Oh. Puck gets left behind as everybody double backs. Coops there to further it along, but couldn't find Isaac. We're going to have a icing with Cristiano now coming out with Nichols. Deep hair. We have Dottie with catcher and Isaac Bogenreef. Conrad steps in, tries to punch the puck to the boards with success. Boys find him again, though, as he gives it over to Dottie. Dottie's going to cross and dump it and go to work. Puck slings all the way around, finds Bogenreef. He's going to step, tries to get it in, gets his pocket picked. Premier tries to chip it up, finds their leading forward. Boys with intimidation forces a dump deep as Cristiano's now back there. Checks his 6, double backs. Nobody's there, though. Oh, yeah, here comes. Nice job, second effort. Bogenreef's going to kick it up the boards. Find catcher. Catcher's pass goes over to Dottie. Dottie now comes into the zone. Oh, boys are just offsides. Old man line now out there with Stacy at center, 96. Lewis out there at 86 and Vassy 88. I call him the old man because it takes an old man trouble to read who's out there because everything all looks like 88. Lewis, though, gets it. He's going to chip it up the boards and gets it deep. Stacy's going to pepper him and further along, force the pass that goes all the way around the corner. Lewis on the other side trying to keep it in the zone. Stacy, though, has it, gets it down to Vassy. Vassy crossed through the middle, just through, finds a couple of bodies. Premier regroups at their own blue. They try to find their high side forward. Gets met. Puck goes all the way over to Cristiano. He's going to chip, give a shove. Loose puck still bouncing around. Stacy's going to find Lewis. Lewis gives it back to Stacy. Puck bouncing around. Premier tries to chip it, but it goes to nobody again. Cristiano, the double backs. He's going to do a nice little transitional move, gets it over to his D partner, slips it up the boards. Boys trying to find a streaking player. Catcher Conrad fresh off the bench. Premier does come in. Shot on net. Easy for Logan to just chip it into the corner. Puck goes deep. Vassy comes off. Here comes Lewis, comes off. No ice. Oh, no icing. Icing as Pasta comes out with Jacob and catcher. Defensive face-off again with the M&M line. Pasta in front of Logan. He takes inside draw. Premier wins the draw, gets it into the corner. Puck bouncing around to nobody, but Premier regroups. Conrad, incidental, no call. Puck slips it up the boards. Pasta, though, with a nice steal. Premier keeps it in, finds catcher. Second level effort. Puck goes into the neutral zone. Pasta still digging, still pushing. Jacob coming in now. He's going to regain possession. Drops it from Markey. Markey's going to chip it. Gets peppered. Puck goes back into neutral zone. Tries to hit a bunch of bodies, but no. Markey, though, regroups. Tries to find a cross-ice pass over to Catcher. Catcher has it. Catcher holds on to it. Tries to slip it around a couple of Premier. But Mendelson, though, Catcher steps off as Mendelson steps on the inside board. Slides it through middle. Tries to find some bodies. Intercepted. Loose puck in the corner. Jacob battling now. Huddy lay there with it. Jacob, though, finds a cross-ice pass over to Pasta. Loose puck still bouncing around. Jacob's going to come off. Sherm now out there on defense. He's going to get it over to Bastien, who drops it over to a Coop. He tries to slide it back over to Bastien's area. Bastien, though, goes deep. He's going to, big hit. Jake Bastien using his physicality today. Play resumes in neutral zone as boys come into the zone. Huddy Lay, he's on his backhand. Shot, tipped in front. Goalie's going to snag it. Make another great save. With 10:35 remaining in the game, Rampage up 4-1. Same group out there. Face off on your left. Their goalie's right. Premier maintains possession, tries to make a center slashing pass, gets intercepted. Puck still bouncing around in the corner. Bodies coming in to jar it out, and they do. Hudson sidesteps, goes, takes inside lane, gets his pocket picked. He's got Hostler with him now, who's now back checking. Got Sherm and Coop back on D. Premier was going to take a shot, just goes wide, but Cooper has it. I see Cooper's eyes. He's got space. He's going to try to split the defense. Goes inside, outside, looks for a buddy. Still has possession. Shot. Back to the door. Backdoor opportunity. Ref has his hands up like, yet. Boys trying to figure out what's going on. Nice hard move by Cooper Briggs, creating havoc. And while everybody was focused on him, another Rampage kid went to the net. Hey, that's a GOAL. I see that in everybody. That's a goal. We got Jake coming through the line first, followed by Cooper Briggs. 10 minutes remaining in the game. Rampage is up 5-1. Catcher now in there. Dottie to his left. Isaac to his right. And got the Rockstar line back on the blue. Cristiano's going to chip it up the bogey. Bogey's going to step. He comes into the zone. Shot from the high side circle. Saved by Carolina. Kind of quiet now in the ring. All right, new face-off. Conrad, though, bouncing around. Premier steps in, steals it, tries to slip it through the middle. Does finally find somebody, but Cristiano back there grabs it, gives it over to Mendelson. He makes a cross-ice bouncing puck, though. Couldn't find Dottie just yet. Dottie regroups in center ice, slips it up the boards. Boys were just offsides. Rampage finds themselves in a positive situation. Target now is to finish the game. Same players out there as catcher Conrad. Wins the draw. Shot by Rampage goes far side into the corner. Catcher, though, he's going to step, create some havoc. Bogey in there helping out. Premier still kind of chipping the puck around. Dottie's he's hawking, trying to make a play. He's going to force the Premier pass to make a bad pass bouncing around. Bodies are flying. Refs in my way. I can't see. Loose puck, though, finds Premier as they enter into the zone. Tries to slip it around Nikki. Chrissy's back there as well. Shot. Oh, way wide. Oh, nice job by Premier trying to slip it through. Second level effort, though. Puck still bouncing around. Now behind Logan as Hugo gives it over to Dottie. Dottie gets it back over to Hugo. Hugo chips it over to Bogey. Boys are in a foot race now. Here comes Isaac Bogenreef. Oh, backhanded shot snagged by the goalie. Nice job by the boys in the corner. Quick transition and then slash through the neutral zone for a streaking Isaac Bogenreef. 8:35 remaining in the game. Sometimes with this ice, I mean, that puck gets on edge. It's bouncing around like balls here, boys and girls. Loose puck still shifting around. Premier has it. They come into Rampage territory. Markey's going to contest with him as the old man line is out there. Grayson Stacy's going to chip it up. Tries to get it up and through the zone. Premier's regroups in their zone. They go D to forward. Tries to slip it through neutral zone. Can't get around Mendelson, though. He's going to step. Strong crossover by Mendelson. Trying to bring it into territory. Shot. He made it all the way through. Gets a shot off. Big save. Puck still in the corner. Boys forced to step. Markey's still covering. Mendelson's still there as well. Premier goes around their goalie. Tries to slip it out through front. Puck goes to the open zone. Markey's just going to let them have it. As new blood comes off the bench, we got Conrad coming in. He's on the high side circle. Jake now coming in. Pasta now coming in. We got Bogey and Sherm back on D. Loose puck still around. Jacob hits the kid. Puck still bouncing. Conrad's going to grab it. He's going to circle. He's going to hold, drop it over to Coop. Coop's going to slip it down over to I don't know who. Shot was up and over. It was Pasta. Chef Pasta with the Italiano dish, trying to serve top shelf there, was up and over. Take it back to the kitchen. Pasta wants more. I don't know. That didn't even make any sense. I don't know what I'm saying. It's late, folks. 7:14 left in the game. Boys in the corner. Tries to slip it in front. Puck goes far wide off the bench. Here comes the Premier. Tries to find a streaking forward. Cooper forces to step. Gets the puck. Steals. Comes into offensive territory. Gets over to Catcher. Catcher tries to drop it over to Pasta. Both of them go into the corner. Jacob comes in. Pushes a kid. Puck still loose behind the net. Catcher there now has it. He gets dumped. Or his Premier player gets dumped. Catcher bullies his way to the front. Saved by the goalie. 6:40 now remaining in the game. Rampage is not stepping off the throttle. Lots of pressure, lots of energy. As Huddy Lay's line is now out there with Cristiano and Nichols back on D. Huddy and Haas tries to bully the way through the center. Puck squirts out, but boys regain possession. Slips it through the center, intercepted by Premier. They're now coming through. Tries to get around Cristiano. He's going to push the kid, but second level effort comes through for Premier to try to get it deep, and they do. Behind the net, Haas has it. He's going to swing it all the way around the boards. Bastine's going to try to chip it through the middle. Finds a couple of Premier players. Oh my gosh, Bastine keeps going. Somebody then tries to go at Haas or Lay, and that's not going to work. Loose puck, though, squirts all the way back. Cristiano has it. Oh, nice move, double back. He still has a player on him, on his backhand. Cristiano, takes a high push to his head. Again, neck crank. But Premier tries to slip it around. Loose puck still bouncing around. Nicky has it now. Nicky's going to step. Cross-ice pass. Tries to find Bastine. He's going to chip it to himself. Dodges a hit. Bastine comes in. He's got Conrad with him. Shot. save by Carolina Premier's goalie. 5:37 remaining in the game. Nice move by Jake Bastien to find space for himself. We're going to switch it up a bit, though, as Jake gets a much-needed rest. We got Catcher out there. We got the M&M line back on D. Nice job by Markey challenging at the blue line and then pinning it into the corner. Bogey's there as well. He's going to regain possession, gets it over to Mendelson. Mendelson's going to transition. Nice move. Oh, cross-ice pass over to Dottie. I think that's Dottie. Yeah, Dottie's in front. He wants the puck. Boys have it below the goal line. Puck squirts up to the top side circle. Dottie has it. Slings it over to the D. Shot from the point. Oh, nice Chris tic-tac-toe passing up in front. Shot, big save by Carolina. Puck still bouncing around. Player goes down after a big hit. He's back up, though. Loose puck still behind the net. No home. Catcher has it. He's going to service around. He's going to pass, goes through to nobody. Boys are forced to back up, regroup in neutral zone. Catcher wants it back, though. Gives it over to Mendelson. Mendelson gets pushed, stays on his feet, maintains possession. Bogey and Catcher now looking on. Puck squirts out. Markey has it. Markey gets it up over to Dottie. Dottie's going to chip it deep, and he's going to go for a change. Grayson Stacy's out. Lewis is out. Here comes Vassallo and Cooper Briggs. Bang! Big hit by Lewis as he says, "Don't forget about me." Puck still bouncing around. Shot. Oh, far side shot. Hits the inside of the post. Carolina finds themselves on the board again with 4:08 remaining in the game. Rampage now nursing a 5-2 lead. 3 goals is the deficit as Carolina beat another team this morning, or yesterday morning, 3-0. New face-off, though. Carolina regains possession with this new life. They try to slip it around, goes behind the net. Puck slips up to the inside board. Stacey's looked behind him, tries to chip it up the boards, can't get it out. Cooper Briggs is there, though. He's going to slide it over to Lewis. Lewis, double clutch effort, try to get it out. Premier does keep it in. Puck goes back over to Sherman. Sherman now chips it around the boards. Nice stick by Cooper as he moves with speed. Takes the inside hallway now, all the way coast to coast. Shot, big save by the goalie. Loose puck still around. Boys go from low to high. Sherman at the point. Wrister goes wide over to Lewis. Lewis now has it. Puck kind of double backs, goes high side boards. Premier tries to get it out, but Cooper Briggs is there to save it. Oh, no. It's still a neutral zone. Apologies. Bad angle from my vantage point. Premier, though, second level effort does get it out. His puck gets deep. Logan looks on as Cooper Briggs is going to grab it, absorbs a hit, gets it over to Sherm. Sherm's going to chip it up the boards. Jacob in pursuit. He has room. He gets killed in the corner. Nope, he stays on his feet. Hit wasn't as big as I thought. His puck's still bouncing around. Loose puck. Oh, shot opportunity goes up and over. Premier now has it. Sherman comes and hits a kid. Jacob also does something. Puck still bouncing. Premier tries to slip it in front. Boys throwing their body around. Puck comes to the high side D. Premier gets it down low. Slips in front. Nice move by Logan to tick it. Puck still around. Pasta's in there battling as well. Logan's forced. Logan, shot just goes wide. Logan was on his belly. Puck still around. Boys are in dangerous territory with 2 minutes now. 2 minutes and 4 seconds left in the game. Puck finds catcher Conrad. Boys go for a change. Pasta's going to stay out there with him. Catcher's going to dump it deep. Pasta goes for it. Catcher goes for a change. Huddy comes in for him. Boys trying to get it up, but Nicky's there. Nicky uses his skate to keep it in. Slides it through the middle. Finds a Premier player. Premier tries to find their streaking forward and does. Shot from outside, just at the blue line, goes just wide. Nicky has it, gets it up over to Cristiano. Cristiano chips it up the boards. Premier tries to regroup in their defense. Finds a forwarding player. Nice little stick ticket steal by Huddy. Here comes Hudson Lay. Comes in, slides it backside. Oh, had Haas on the back end. Haas is going to regroup. Tries to use his backhand to chip it around. Boys can't quite find the feed. Cristiano's going to step. Cristiano still has it on the high side corner. Tries to chip it off the boards to himself. It's intercepted. The Premier, though, they grab it and dump it deep into the corner. Mendelssohn's going to double back, trying to absorb a hit that never comes. He gets hit again. Ref says no penalty on that one. Does get it out into safety, though. Premier's forced to regroup. Cristiano's going to step. He's going to try to blow through a couple of kids, gets the puck in deep. He's still battling. Looks like Jake is covering him on the high side point. Same thing with Hostler. Hostler now comes in. He has the puck. Hostler goes down low. He's got Catcher Conrad in front. Slipping around. Saved by the goal. Is that Catcher Conrad or how do you lay? 16-29. Oh my God, this is really bad. Folks, I might announce my retirement soon. Once I get some bifocals going on here. 29 seconds remaining in the game. Rampage has a 5-2 lead. Catcher's now in there. Okay, now I can tell. Nice job by Premier to try to get around Mendelssohn, but Markey's there in recovery. Boy's still battling on the inside boards now. Takes center lane. Bogey kicks it wide over to Dottie. Dottie's going to hold up. Dottie's going to absorb a hit. Still has it. Tries to get it deep, and he does. Gets it down over to Bogey. Bogey absorbs a hit. Tries to slip it up the boards. Find Catcher. Catcher goes low to high. Markey's going to step. Markey's going to hit a kid. And that's it, folks. 5-3. Rampage victory tonight. An old Big Bear as the Colorado Rampage beats the Carolina Premier. Goes 2-2 within 2 days, and we're going to kind of sit and wait to see where our fate is. But the boys played hard in every game, never backed off. They were able to take on, let me recap real fast for everybody. Rampage beat Vegas 6-4 early on Friday. Later in the afternoon, they lost a tough game to a strong San Francisco team, 7-1, Tri-Valley Bulls. And then this